Cup of Joe.
Yo, 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 Gainez Nation. This is Joseph Gainez, back to you again, live from. I'm just kidding, we're not live. These are all recordings. I try to post it like a day, the same day, or a day after I recorded, but this is a special one. This is for the clients who requested or wanted to know more about leverage trading, low risk leverage trading for high profit, and how to get your best gains on leverage. Well, I'm going to give you guys the gains guaranteed technique. But first of all, it's important for you guys to know that none of this is financial advice. This isn't financial advice. You're taking advice from some guy on YouTube or Twitter. Albeit, we do be making gains. I just want you to know that it's important for you to do your own research, try to learn the fundamentals and the basics before embarking in your own risks and trades. So, how do I make gains on leverage while minimizing my risk? First of all, the reason why exchanges increase the amount of leverage that you can take to 125x, 100x is because they want to liquidate you, is because they want to take your money on trading fees and funding fees. That's really it. Okay? Unexperienced investors lose thousands of dollars daily. And every time there's a short squeeze or every time there's a wick, millions of dollars are liquidated from the market and goes into the pockets of the exchanges. That's right. That's why these platform overlords make so much money. So how do you prevent yourself from being one of the crazy little investors who lose all their money to the big exchanges? Well, the easiest part is not to overexpose yourself in leverage. Believe it or not, putting $10,000 on 10x leverage is higher risk than putting $100,000 in spot or even $100,000 in 2x leverage. That's right, folks. The higher your leverage, the higher your risk is exponentially as compared to your risk in spot or low leverage margin trading. So, just straight out of the bat, how often have you guys seen the market crash by 30% in one wave? How about 50% in one wave? This year alone, altcoins only went down by 50% during the April and May dip. This is when Bitcoin went from 64,000 all the way down to 30,000. That's right. It took Bitcoin to crash 50% for altcoins to crash more than 50%. Some altcoins went down 75%. I know. I was there. I made a lot of money on the way down. And so will you guys the next time it will happen. Because I will be here to help you guys get gains. So what do I do when the market gives me that opportunity? Well, that's when I go long. Because in a bull market, given Q4 2021, the circumstances, the narrative, the money flow, the speculation, the roadmaps of the blue chip altcoins, there's no reason to be bearish. Again, this is not financial advice. But what I do when going on leverage, there are a few things that I look into. Number one, volume. Number two, circumstances. Number three, roadmap and speculation. And number four, market capitalization. I only use leverage on blue chip assets. These are coins in the top 50 in terms of market cap. Why? Because these coins are less volatile, but volatile enough for me to get good profits. I do not expect 20%, 30% swings on these altcoins, but putting in 2x, 3x, 4x, even 5x leverage is enough for me to make big gains. Now, I talked about volume. When you're looking at volume, this is something that you can chart from a TA perspective. When the market crashes, and this is the circumstance, I only go long after a weekend dip. You need to look at the volume to make sure it's on the profitable side. If you're doing TA and you see a reversal in sight, if you have a reversal pattern, bullish divergence, RSI, stock RSI, and you see that the volume is increasing on the plus side, then that's an indicator in itself that it may be a good idea to go long. Now, circumstances. With the blue chip assets around the corner, sorry, with the blue chip assets all being bullish, especially in quarter four of the bull market, we expect that throughout the next 2 months, all coins can do a 3x, 4x, 5x at a minimum. The blue chips, some of them can even do 10x. So, having that in mind, when the market is down, most of retail investors will be very bullish. And which coins will they be bullish on? You look into the roadmaps, you look into the marketing of each asset. You can look into the Twitter for sentiment as well. If you see that there's an event coming up, if you know that there's an event coming up, and all the YouTubers, all the influencers will be talking about it, then you're able to identify which coin you can go into. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can jump into the narratives as well. So we saw the NFT metaverse narrative coming on. During the dip, as soon as you saw that Facebook commercial and you went long on Mana, long on Sand, you would have made 100, 200, 300, 400% without even going on leverage. So imagine if you were in 3x with Mana that did 500%, you would have made 1500% profits. That's a lot of money. So if you know that there's something coming up and the market is down while the general sentiment is bullish, while volume is up, then you go long. Again, not financial advice. Now, how much money would you invest in a leverage position versus what you have in spot? So this depends on your risk tolerance. If you absolutely cannot lose your money, then maybe it's not a smart idea to go in leverage at all. If you can afford to lose 50% of your money, which is unlikely even if you go in leverage, then you can invest that money into a leverage position. 50%. Again, any money in leverage can be liquidated with any wild wick, so do this at your own risk. Me personally, I can only afford 10 to 20% of my portfolio in a leverage position at one given time. And as soon as I hit my target, as soon as I hit certain sell zones, I take profit and I reinvest this into higher risk spot altcoins. So, how much leverage do I take? Personally, I believe that a 2x or 3x is liquidation proof over the next 2 months in 2021. Obviously, as we reach the heating stage, I don't think in December I'll be taking any leverage position at all. So I just want you guys to know that November, a lot of people will be going long. December is going to be 50. We're going to be seeing a lot of volatility because some investors think the market's going to crash as we reach 100K. It's going to crash as we reach the end of the month. And some influencers think that we're going to carry over until March next year, quarter one. So let's see. I don't think I'll be doing much leverage trading in December. But if I do, it's going to be backed by technical analysis. So it's very, very important that you guys learn a bit of TA yourself. So there you have it, guys. My short tutorial, per se, on when to long the dip. But yeah, trade at your own risk. And if you want to learn more, I can give you guys tutorial, I can give you guys advice. All you have to do is message me on Twitter at CryptoWithJoe or message me at Telegram also at CryptoWithJoe. Again, this is not financial advice. Any investment you do in leverage trading can be liquidated and take away all your money, but at the same time, it can make you 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x your money at any given percentage. Gains are gains. Alright guys, I do not advise leverage trading. Don't be a noob. Keep it safe in spot if that's all you can afford. Bye-bye. Oh, and another pro tip. The only reason I do leverage trading is if I had accidentally entered a coin that I was very, very bullish on right before the dip. If the reasons behind my bullishness are fundamentals versus technicals, then at the dip I would switch my money from spot, put that into leverage, and then hit that 2x, and then ride the fundamental wave up. So that's just a pro tip on how to recover your position faster if you bought too late in a narrative and if you're continuously bullish. So in a bull market at 2x, you can hold your leverage position until the coin recovers so that you can either break even or double your profits to make it as if you had bought the dip on spot a long time ago. So that's just a pro tip, not financial advice. Again, it's not that difficult. You just have to time it perfectly. Again, if you bought late, right before a dip, you should switch your money from spot to leverage, go 2x, ride the recovery, get break even, or double your profits. Bing, bang, boom. Bye.
Cup of Joe.